If you want to change the PPI of an image in Photoshop, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to change PPI using the image size panel, and I'll also explain the most important decision you need to make before you change anything, whether to resample or not. That choice is what determines if Photoshop only changes the print density or if it actually adds or removes pixels from your image. Before we begin, if this tutorial helps you out, go ahead and hit that like button and make sure you subscribe for more easy Photoshop tips and step-by-step guides. Alright, let's jump into Photoshop. The first thing you need to do is open the image size panel. To do that, go up to the top menu bar, click image, and then choose image size. You can also use the shortcut control Alt and I on Windows or Command Option and I on Mac if that's faster for you. Once the image size window opens, you'll see several important settings like width, height, resolution, and resample. This is where people often get confused, but it's actually pretty simple once you understand the difference. The key setting here is the resample box. This little checkbox decides whether Photoshop keeps the same number of pixels or whether it changes the total pixel count of the image. If your goal is to change the PPI without changing the quality of the image, then you want to uncheck resample. This is the safest option when you're preparing a file for print and you simply want to change how densely the pixels are packed on the page. When resample is turned off, Photoshop will not create new pixels or remove existing ones. Instead, it will automatically adjust the physical width and height to match the new resolution. For example, if your image is set to 72 ppi and you change it to 300 ppi with resample turned off, you'll notice the width and height measurements shrink. That's because Photoshop is keeping the same pixel count, but compressing those pixels into a smaller print size. In other words, the image becomes better suited for print, but the actual digital file quality stays the same because no pixels were added or deleted. This is the method you want if you're working with print layouts, posters, documents, or anything where the output size matters more than changing the image file itself. It's also the safest way to change PPI if you want to avoid blur or unwanted distortion. Now, if your goal is to keep the physical size the same but change the actual pixel dimensions, then you'll want to turn resample on. This is the mode you use when you want Photoshop to upscale or downscale the image. In this case, Photoshop is allowed to generate extra pixels or discard pixels based on the resolution you enter. Once resample is checked, you'll see an interpolation dropdown appear. This is where you choose how Photoshop should calculate the new pixels. If you're enlarging an image, Preserve Details 2.0 is usually the best choice because it does a better job of keeping edges sharper and reducing blur. If you're shrinking an image, Photoshop will still use the selected resampling method to handle the pixel reduction smoothly. After selecting the method that makes sense for your project, go to the resolution field and type in your target PPI. A common choice for high-quality print is 300 PPI. For screen-based work, you might see 72 PPI used often, although the exact number depends on the project. The important thing is to choose the resolution that matches your final use. Also, make sure the unit next to the resolution is set to pixels per inch. Sometimes Photoshop may show pixels per centimeter, depending on your preferences or document settings. So double check that before you confirm anything. If it's set to the wrong unit, your result may not match what you expected. As you make these changes, keep an eye on the width and height values. If resample is off, those values will change automatically as the resolution changes. If resample is on, the pixel dimensions may change instead, depending on the settings you choose. That's why this panel is so powerful, but also why it's important to understand what each option is doing. Once everything looks correct, click OK at the bottom of the panel to apply the new PPI settings. Photoshop will update the document based on the mode you selected, and your image will now be configured for the resolution you need. So to quickly recap, if you want to change PPI without changing the pixel data, uncheck resample. If you want Photoshop to actually resize the image and create or remove pixels, check resample and choose the right interpolation method. That's the core difference, and once you understand it, changing PPI in Photoshop becomes very easy. If this video helped you, please hit the like button, subscribe for more Photoshop tutorials, and leave a comment if you want me to cover more beginner-friendly editing tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.